Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in, and today we are going to talk about the Samsung Galaxy J6. Now, sleek and well built are the first things that come to mind when you hold the Samsung Galaxy J6. Considering the price point of about 13,000 rupees, well, it's actually 13,990 rupees, the device is quite well built. On the front, we have the new and trendy 18.5:9 display with an unspecified version of Gorilla Glass on it. At the back, the smartphone is made of metal and feels very sturdy. Sometimes when you knock on the back of a metal phone, you get the feeling that the sheet of metal used may be quite thin. That isn't the case here. The Samsung Galaxy J6 feels very well built, and that is a good thing. In a day and age dominated by glass backs, it's nice to see a smartphone with a metal back. The back panel, though, is easily susceptible to scratches. Speaking of the display, the Galaxy J6 has Samsung's Super AMOLED display in an 18.5:9 aspect ratio with a 720 by 1480 pixel count. This means that the display is essentially a 720p display. Now, on a 5.6-inch display, it would have been great to see a 1080p display. Where the display succeeds is with its crisp colors and the generous viewing angles. Watching content from YouTube, Netflix and Prime videos is a treat, and there are times when you may be bothered by the resolution, especially if you are coming from a Full HD display. The display on the J6 has an outdoor mode which makes the screen brighter for outdoor viewing. This mode turns off in 15 minutes unless you are still actively using the display. Keeping the phone in outdoor mode will make it a battery guzzler. Now, overall, the display is nice if you are one that will consume a lot of video content on the go thanks to the vivid colors it represents. What is very disappointing is the absence of an ambient light sensor. This means that you will end up manually adjusting the brightness of the display every time. So if you have set it to full brightness for use in the day and suddenly need to use it when you are in the bed in pitch darkness, you will have a blast of full brightness in your face and will need to manually adjust the brightness levels. The lack of auto brightness can be quite annoying. Now, moving over to the sound, this isn't the first time we have seen the placement of a speaker on the side of a Samsung smartphone. This new placement is interesting. Hold the phone in landscape mode with the speaker facing upwards and you have a position which is great for gaming as well as watching movies. Now, speaking of the sound quality, it is loud and does not crackle even at full volume. If you are a bunch of people huddled around the phone to enjoy a new movie trailer, you should hear it just fine. There is only mono output for the speaker, but I guess it would be a little much expecting stereo audio at this price point. Now, coming to the UI, for the most part, the UI is fluid even with multiple apps open, and swift multitasking between apps is possible. You can also add 2 apps to the display for seamless multitasking. WhatsApping while watching YouTube is now very convenient. You can also add a pair of your favorite apps to use in multi-window as a shortcut to the home screen, which is always a nice touch. It is only when you have a lot of apps open that you will notice some stutter, especially if you have numerous Chrome tabs open. As far as performance is concerned, it loses out to the competition when it comes to benchmarks. However, the real-world performance gets the job done for everyday use. How long can the phone maintain its smoothness is something time will tell. When it comes to the optics, the Samsung Galaxy J6 has a single camera in the front and the back. The rear of the smartphone has a 13-megapixel camera and the front has an 8-megapixel shooter. Kicking off with the rear camera, it is average at best. If the lighting is good, you will get images that you can share on social media without any worries. Put the images on a monitor and blow it up to its full size and you will see that they lack details. The camera app on the smartphone comes with a bunch of modes such as Beauty, Pro, Sticker, Continuous Shot and more. The Pro mode gives you the ability to control white balance, ISO and exposure only. Speaking of the front-facing camera, once again, it is there just for the average social media post. It has a wide selfie mode wherein you essentially pan the camera left and right to cover a wider field of view, and the results are mostly blurry because of the movement of the camera. There is a selfie focus mode as well, which will give your selfies a bokeh effect. But this too is nothing to write home about. When it comes to the battery, 3000 mAh is on the lower side when you compare it to paper specifications of other competing smartphones. However, the battery life is something that can last you for almost an entire day if you are an average user. Starting the day with 100% battery, I was at about 20% at the end of the day. That involved my standard slew of calls and messages mixed with some YouTubing and some Asphalt 9 racing. I kept the brightness of the phone on the lower side, and once again the lack of auto brightness will pinch. With auto brightness on this device, I feel I could have squeezed out some more battery life. In the PC Mark battery test, the device lasted for about almost 7 hours. Now, there is a lot of brutal competition in the sub 15K price segment. The Samsung Galaxy J6 definitely does not beat our current champions, which are the Redmi Note 5 Pro or the Asus Zenfone Max Pro M1 in this price category in terms of overall performance. However, it does have a few things going for it. The smartphone is well built, easy to use, and the Super AMOLED display is a treat for consuming content on. The battery life is decent too. However, if you are looking for a performance workhorse with a good camera along with a nice build and design, then you are better off considering the competition. Well, there you have it, guys. That was our review of the Samsung Galaxy J6. As always, you can let us know what you thought of this video in the comment section below. And for more videos like this one, you can subscribe to our channel. We will catch you in another video. It's goodbye for now.